Okay, so in my last two videos, I was doing positive reviews on movies. Now I'm gonna switch to a different review media. Instead of doing movies this time, which this might actually be my final review for now, but I'm probably gonna release much more, is gonna be on a game called Sonic Unleashed, which you probably saw in the title. Which you're probably thinking, oh, is this a 360 or PS3 version? I didn't have the luxury of having those. So, I'm going to be reviewing the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed. Yeah. You saw the title in common reviews. You could probably tell where this is going to go. So, Sonic Unleashed on the Wii Uncommon Reviews. Here we go. So, first of all, this was probably like one of the first games I got on the Wii, so I was like getting used to the controls and all this stuff. And it was actually a surprisingly good one of the first games to get. Like, I actually got that game before I even got Super Mario Galaxy. So, the presentation was fantastic for that game and for early Wii standards. But I could kind of see where some people's complaints come in, and this is actually going to be a positive review as well. So, I could see where people's complaints come in, because the night stages with the Werehog, pretty much, here, I'll start with the story, that way you know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to try and keep this spoiler-free, even though I've beaten the game, and I loved it. Despite its couple of flaws, I actually loved this game. Even though it's a Wii version, which is probably the crappiest version, I loved it. I loved it so much. So, I'm going to start out with the story, which I'll only probably do a bit of story from, like, the first half. So, pretty much the story is Sonic pretty much goes after Eggman, normal stuff, but then he uses the Chaos Emeralds to turn pretty much Sonic into a werewolf, only it's a hedgehog werewolf, so werehog, whatever. So then after that, he's kind of pretty much sent plummeting to Earth, which I'll probably just get this out of the way right away. Probably one of the reasons why I loved this game so much is that I just love werewolf stories so much. Anyways, but that didn't actually play into much to why I liked the game, but that was one of the reasons. So anyways, then after he plummets to Earth, he finds this new character called Chip, which is probably my favorite Sonic character ever, because, he's awesome. Which is pretty much like this little pink dude. So, yeah, that's all I need. So then after that, they pretty much try and find a way to stop whatever bad guy is gonna, like, take over the world or whatever, consume it in darkness, or I forget exactly how it went because I played this game like years ago, so this is going off of that memory. But anyways, so pretty much the goal was to find this one guy who was pretty much like the polar opposite of the villain that is not Eggman. So pretty much throughout the whole game, they're trying to find this person, or whatever they are. And pretty much throughout this whole thing, they also try and fix the werewolf problem that's been going on. So the game features both day stages and night stages. Day stages are like normal, fast-paced Sonic stages, and then night stages are like pretty much a very different detour for Sonic games, because it's kind of like fighting and platforming and stuff like that, and it's definitely an interesting approach, which I remembered getting occasionally frustrating, but it was still fun. And yeah, I could definitely see the preference of day stages or night stages, but I still enjoyed night stages. So anyways, I'm getting a bit too much into gameplay when I'm doing the story segment. Anyway, so in the story, then they both go after, like, a bunch of these old characters, and how they toyed with the characters' friendships and relationships and stuff like that, I found really interesting, intriguing, and fun to watch. Yeah, then there's like, now I'll probably go like gameplay so that way I don't spoil any plot twists or anything. Also, by the way, the final boss took me forever to beat, but I did. So yeah. The gameplay. The motion controls were a bit annoying at times. Sometimes occasionally unresponsive, but not too many times. But the gameplay was actually a lot of fun for me. Like, the day stages is fun to just, like, race across all these landscapes. Then they had night missions, which is fun to just, like, destroy everything and do these bonus missions and whatever. And it was kind of interesting how they had other forms of gameplay, which I don't remember too much about, but were pretty interesting. So they had a bunch of variations between how the game was played, so it made it feel kind of fresh every time they played it. The characters were also phenomenal. Like, I loved how they pretty much perceived every character, and how if you knew a lot about the Sonic franchise, which I don't mean to be like a Sonic fanboy, but it was really interesting as a somewhat of a Sonic fan to see how they mixed everything up. And remember, this is before, this is after the abomination that was Sonic 06, and before the abomination that was Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Who names your villain Lyric? Anyways, so, yeah, I guess I pretty much summed up the 3 sections pretty well. The writing wasn't that bad, actually. It was kind of interesting, and I pretty much just loved every section of the game, like the story, the characters, and pretty much how the gameplay, and pretty much how they mix this all up. And I know that a lot of people hate that game. I hate Sonic Unleashed, especially the Wii and PS2 version, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. So I think now I'll probably give my final score rating, because once again, all these reviews are spoiler free. So if this is like kind of to help you decide, well, here are some pros and here's some cons for the game, and here's like everyone's reviews, and if you're looking at mine, then that's kind of what this is for, to get a different point of view on it, to see what everyone thinks and why you would get and why you wouldn't. So anyways, now I'll give you my final score for Sonic Unleashed. I give Sonic Unleashed an 8.9 out of 10, or 8.5 out of 10, sorry. So I give this an 8.9 out of 10, gosh, okay. I give this game an 8.5 out of 10 because is great characters, great story, the gameplay is good, and the characters are good, and I'm probably repeating. I'm so sorry. I'm just, after you've done so many of these, it's kind of hard to keep everything straight that you said. Anyway, so then my cons are that some areas of the gameplay are a bit tedious, and then yeah, that's probably the biggest complaint I have. So anyways, yeah, I do like the game, and I recommend that you give it a try, especially the PS3 and Xbox 360 version. But yeah, so that concludes my review, and this is actually my longest review, coming out at 9 minutes, which makes sense because it's a game review. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye.